Hey guys! Alright, so I'm here at the airport. I am waiting on Kat. She should be arriving within the next 30-ish minutes. I'm a little early, but I wanted to get in here in time. I did stop at Michael's. I did not find the yarn that I wanted to find. So, but I did get some yarn. So I'm going to show you the little yarn haul we have. I got a skein of the vintage white and brunette. Then I've got this countryside. I've never tried this variegated, but it just caught my eye. So we're gonna see. Sorry guys, got yarn everywhere. Okay, I've been seeing everybody talk about the big twist fluff. And I got 2 skeins of I would assume this is supposed to be like their black or charcoal color. There's no name, but it does have a lot number, so. And then I got 2 in the yellow. Yeah, here's my second one. The 2 I thought me and Kat would want to use, I got 2 up. The ones that I personally got that I didn't know if Kat would actually want to use, I got 1 of, and we both can use these. I mean, I just brought yarn because Kat's gonna be staying with me the whole week, so we're gonna see what all we can get done. I'm hoping to get some major market prepping done. Then I got a skein of the green, and this green is interesting, to say the least. I got a skein of the orange. And it's all so soft. It feels great. I'm hoping it's going to be great to work with. Okay, this one I personally got for me. I wanted the brown to be able to make spiders with. Because I always need more spider colors in different kinds of yarn. And this one I particularly got to see if Kat wanted to try. It's their pink. And if you know Kat, you know she's a pink girlie. So. But yeah, so that's all the yarn that I have gotten so far. I think Kat's bringing me a skein of the brunette mystical in the yellow, because my Michael's never has it in store, and that's the only thing like that I need. Like, I don't buy much brunette these days. I always get the Premier Basics. Sorry, I thought the cop was coming after somebody. Alright, anyways, we're gonna rock and we're gonna roll here in about 30-ish minutes. I will check back in once I have picked up Kat. And I will show you what I have done this morning. As you can tell, we have plenty of stuff. I got a 10-pound box. I'll probably feel back there. I know it says 20, but I've only got half of that. So there's that. I will be driving the first half of this road trip, and then Kat will be driving the second half. We are going to stop at Buc-ee's, so if I remember, I will bring you in there with me, so I can show you all what I get my dog, because my dog is very, very rotten, and she knows what a Buc-ee's bag is. So if I come home with something for the baby without getting her something, she'll be very upset with me, so I have to get her a treat. And I'm pretty sure Kat's going to end up getting her a treat too. But yeah, I have 3 dogs I buy for. I buy, not 3 dogs, 3 animals. The donkey that my husband has from when he was a kid, likes the little small cookies, so I'm gonna get him a pack of those. Then I like, Ladybird loves the cookies, so she will get probably 2 or 3 things of cookies. And then I get my mother-in-law and father-in-law's dog a cookie. So we'll see what they have, because it'll be right around Easter, St. Patty's Day, so we'll see what they have themed. They really didn't have themed cookies last year except for Easter, and they didn't have any for St. Patty's Day, which I was like, why? Why not? Yeah, you can make a 4-leaf clover cookie for these dogs. But anyways, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna crochet, and wait for Kat to text me that she has landed, and pick her up. So, bye guys. Hey guys. Alright, so this is a new video from last week. I'm starting it. Kind of did my introduction already, but so just to wrap up the week for y'all. Kat came down, and we went to Georgia. We saw Maria for the first time, which we were very excited to do. It was a lot of fun. We ate some good Mexican food. We went to the zoo that morning. That was really fun. We did the aquarium, a blast. My uncle got to come down and join us for that day. So we did the aquarium, the Coca-Cola Museum, and we went and ate at the melting pot. So if you've ever been at the melting pot, you know what it is. But for those of you who don't know, because I didn't know, you cook your meat in front of you. Like, you order your meat, they bring it out, they put it in some type of broth, and you cook it yourself. It tells you how long to stick it in there, when to pull it out. They give you fresh new silverware and everything. So I was like, okay. They give you a cheese fondue. They give you, if you do the 4-course. We did the 4-course, and we just added an extra person. Because the 4-course covers 2 people. So then we just added somebody else, which was great. My uncle treated us to that, because now that he's divorced, he doesn't really get to eat that kind of stuff, because as we saw, that's not a meal that one person goes and enjoys. So we did that, and when I tell you, it was an experience. It was an experience, to say the least. But you know, we got to enjoy some good company. We got to enjoy all kinds of things. I think my favorite part of the aquarium was like the giant stingray and whale shark that came across the top of us. So that was really neat. And at the zoo, my favorite thing was probably the lemurs. We got to see them actually playing, and it looked like they were playing tag. They were chasing one another across the ropes and stuff. It was awesome. We did not film. We filmed while we were at the zoo, and a few things while we were at the aquarium. And like, I took a few pictures at the Coca-Cola Museum. But like, we didn't actually like sit down, film, and it wasn't that type of trip. And it probably won't be from here on out. We might do it again, but that was a whole lot of trying to film and stuff. I'm still trying to get the October stuff put together and edit it and stuff like that, because like I want it to look good for y'all when I put it out. But yeah, so okay, so I'm coming on to show y'all. The only things I don't have with me that I made are some little Beck made mini mon patterns that I made. I made the ghost one, so if you know what that one is, great. I probably won't post a picture of that one, but I did get 3 of those made while waiting on her, so that was great. The other thing I did while I was waiting on her was I finished this stuff. This is Sir Pebbles the Dragon. This is a Beck Made Studio pattern. I love her dragon pattern. So I made this one on the way down, and then when we got back, I made 2 more. So this one I made in the Premier Basics, and you can kind of tell it came out just a little bit smaller than the others. But that's okay. I have the wings for one of them. I'm going to do yellow for both of these. And as you can tell, I think the blue one's just a tiny bit smaller, which I don't really understand. But anyways, I have 2 of these that I was able to get done. I just need to make the wings for the other one. While I was down there at Maria's house, I started Baby Bonnie from I don't know if this is Shop Mod Threads or Beck Made Studio. BK Crochet. This one's BK Crochet, but I could be wrong. Whoever it is, they'll be linked down below. So she just needs her eyes. Like, I didn't do any of the detailing. Just was like, I went ahead and did her nose because like I was traveling. So like I made the head, like I made the ears and the one arm and then the head while I was at Maria's. Then when I got back, I went ahead and made the other arm that night. Started one foot and I think I finished it, and then I just needed to do the other foot and the body and then sew it all together. I think I also already had sewn the head and this. So, but then I finished this when we got home. So, but yeah, I like the way this looks. I used Bernette Mystical. Her head's a little crooked, but that's okay. I think it still turned out cute. And I love the way this yarn worked. Oh, I'm so sorry. Worked up. So, that was a plus. Then the new thing I tried was the Mama Chicken from Oak and Marlow. So here it is. I did add one thing. I added some tail feathers. I felt like she needed something, so I added some. And the way I do this is the way Kat does them in her Martha Chickens. So I did the same way. And then like I slip stitched this across instead of actually sewing in and out. It just gives it more of a finished look, and it just looks better for me personally when I do stuff like that. But yeah, she just needs eyes and a beak and a comb, and she's done. The next few things I did, also waiting on Kat, I tried out a new yarn that I had gotten. So I made a spider body. So I was really impressed with this yarn. It's a little bit thicker than what I'm used to working with, but it's really soft. So there's that. Alright, I also made another spider. I was really wanting to use up most of the skein. I was actually trying to use up all of it. I did not, unfortunately. Which I'm kind of a little bit bummed about, because like I figured I would be able to use it up and I didn't. So, but yes, I have another spider. Also doing the mama chicken. I had the baby chickens in that pattern. This turned out a whole lot smaller than what I thought it was going to be. But that's okay, because they're meant to be small. They're babies. But yeah. I also gave them little tail feathers too. They're not stuffed, and they just need big stuffed, some stitch closed, and little combs. So, but there's that. This was a real easy pattern too, by the way. One of the other things I did is I made Cat's little tiny kitten. I wasn't in the mood to like just market prep something like and just prep. I just wasn't in the mood to do that, so I was like, I'll just make this. I'll just make that. I'll make this. This is calling my name. I tried Cat's pig pattern. I did mess up on the nose. I will have to go back and fix that in the next one I do, but that's okay. I have one of her pigs. I finished up a whip. I made the body to one of Beckmade Studios mini mods. This is the, I want to say this is supposed to be like Chikorita or something. So, sorry y'all. Don't care. There. All she needs is her leaf, and then she will be done. So there's that. And then the last thing that I did, and I ended up making 5 of these, is I finally made the frog with the chick with a frog hat. And this is by Aki's Plushies, I think. When we translate it, I don't know who the original creator is, but I know the person that translated it is to English. It's Aki's Plushies. So, but yeah, so I have 5 of these. So, but yeah, that was a good week of prep. So tomorrow is Wednesday, and for our challenge, it's finishing up whips. So all of these things that need to be stuffed, sewn closed, knee eyes, all that kind of stuff, I'll be doing that on Live with Kat tomorrow. Because, like, why not? So I can't count any of the whips finished just yet. So as for finished, completely finished stuff, I have a dragon. I sell these for 22. I'm thinking about bumping this up though to 25. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep them at 22 because I really have only made one of these and taken them to market to see if they sell well. I have not taken them to any other markets, so we're gonna see. I have a market May 2nd, and I feel like having these out on display with multiple of them will give me like a good idea. So, but 22. This little piggy, I'm probably gonna sell for 10. 32, and then my little gators I sell for 15. So is it 32? So 47. 47 completed inventory. But now had I gotten all this other stuff finished, I would probably been sitting close to $200. Because I know I'm gonna charge at least 35 for this guy. 35 or 40, depending. This one would be 30 easily. These I priced at 12. I mean, yes, this one did come out bigger and this one came out a tad bit smaller. But I just priced up. It's not enough to really make a difference. This yarn was super thin and this yarn was a little bit thicker than regular Bernat and Premier Basics. So, but these are going to be 12. These I probably would sell for 15. So just in these alone, I have $75 worth of. The mini ones I sell for 20, except for Lapras. Lapras is 25. This would be 8, and actually all this needs is a nose. So, these I would probably put in my $5 bin. So I would have 10 for these. Like I said, these would be 22. So yeah, like easily I could have had $200 worth of stuff here. With a, if I counted like all my whips and stuff, if I would have gotten all this actually finished, but I didn't. So, but you know what? That's okay. We are collecting whips for tomorrow's live. I'm hoping to be able to get most of this stuff done. Tomorrow is a whip day. So like anything I make today that needs like eye stuffing and all that, I'm gonna wait and do. I've got stuff from yesterday that I made that I need to stuff and do. Today is a scrap day, and if you know me, you know I love a good scrap. So for today, we're gonna make a lubby. Because I haven't made a like the bunny was the only lubby I've made in a while. I just want to make a lubby. So I've got this. I'm thinking about doing a cat lubby. And of course, you know, I've got other yarn out and stuff. But this one, I will talk about more of this in this week's video. So, but yeah, thank y'all for sticking around. Don't forget to hit the like button if this is your thing. Don't forget to comment down below what you were working on while you were watching my videos. Let me know if you make any of these patterns or if you've seen any of these patterns and you're wondering like, why do I make these patterns? Like especially my this dragon pattern that I make, there's a reason why I make it. Y'all want to know, keep in touch because I'm doing a crochet roundup and it's all going to be about. Those patterns are going to be in there. So, but anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.